Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hype, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, welcome back to the Baseball Hype 3. Hopefully, I'm hoping you like this video, but sad news in the sporting world. I don't know much about NASCAR, really. I don't think I've ever watched it, but this was a sad story that came out. One of the true legends of the sport, Kyle Busch, who's 41 years old, died. Let me read you, and people are just completely shocked by it. He's 41 years old. He had a sinus infection. I don't know how he died from a sinus infection. I'm not a doctor either. But he's from off announcing NASCAR World pays tribute to Kyle Busch at the shocking passing. NASCAR drivers and media members finally remember Kyle Busch as an engaging, talented racer after his tragic passing at just 41 years old. Now, you would have thought a driver passing away, maybe he was in an accident. Not at all. NASCAR Series lost a living legend on Thursday with the shocking passing of Kyle Busch at just 41 years of age. Busch set the record for the most victories in all of NASCAR's National Series with an incredible 234 victories across the Cup Series, O'Reilly Series, and Truck Series. He was also a two-time Cup Series champion in 2015 and 2019. This season was Kyle Busch's fourth driving the number 8 Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing, and the news of his sudden death sent shockwaves around the sport. Early in the day on Thursday, Busch's family released a statement on social media through his own account that said he was hospitalized with a serious illness. We're not racing this weekend's Crown Jewel event at the Coca-Cola 600 Charlotte. I mean, very unfortunate. Statement regarding Kyle Busch from the Busch family. Kyle's experienced a severe illness recently and hospitalization. He's currently undergoing treatment and will not compete in any of his scheduled activities this weekend. He's currently undergoing treatment and will not compete in any of his scheduled activities this weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We ask for understanding and privacy as our family navigates this situation. But several hours later, NASCAR broke the news that Busch had ultimately succumbed to the illness and passed away. We're saddened and heartbroken to share the news of the passing of Kyle Busch, two-time Cup champion, one of our sport's greatest and fiercest drivers. He was 41 years old. It's from NASCAR. It's a terrible, terrible story. Terrible. The news of his passing brought a lot of reaction from a lot of people. The news of Busch's passing drew emotional reactions from across the sport, with drivers and NASCAR media members paying tribute to one of the most ferocious and talented racers that the sport has ever seen. He was a hero, a villain, a renegade, a veteran, and a perennial winner. Nothing moved the needle in the NASCAR world like Busch, for better or worse. Over a generation of racing, and as it turned out, it's because we all got to witness the entirety of the man's adult life, Jeff Gluck wrote at The Athletic. A video went viral on Kyle Busch and victory lane last week in Dover after winning the Truck Series race, where he cherished the victory by saying, "You never know when the last one is." Now, that was apparently the last one. Terrible. Scores of others in the sport paid tribute to Busch on social media. From Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch wasn't just one of the fiercest competitors our sport has ever seen. He's one of the most talented race car drivers I've ever shared a track with. We spent years as teammates at Hendrick Motorsports, and even as competitors, there was always a deep respect for what he did. As a NASCAR community, we are all in shock at the sudden passing of Kyle Busch. Sirius XM NASCAR Radio is staying on the air until midnight tonight, providing stories of Kyle and honoring his life. I share this in hopes it can provide some comfort. I know the day we lost Greg. This is from Danielle Schroeder. Can't believe it. Kyle was always so kind and supportive to me throughout my career, so by far one of the greatest driving talents this world has ever seen. It's from Parker Kligerman. And like I said, he didn't die on the track. From Dale Earnhardt Jr. And of course, that Dale Sr. had died on the track. Kyle and I had a really challenging existence for many years, but we luckily took the time to figure out our differences, and that was something he instigated The conversation is buzzed around how we each managed our racing teams. I was super eager for us to get on better. I have so many pictures and stories about Kyle. The first time I interviewed him was in 2005. Speed Channel. We went ice skating in Central Park. He was so young, he was tough on the racetrack. From Shannon Spark. From Denny Hamlin. Absolutely cannot comprehend this news. We just need to think of his family during this time. And again, the shocking part is he didn't die on the track. Because that's what usually happens to race car drivers. If they do die early, it's from being in a car accident on the track, and that didn't happen, unfortunately. And to die at such a young age. I wonder how this got so out of hand that he got this sick and just passed away. Terrible. Well, let me know what you think about this video. Please pray for the family of Kyle Busch, and thank you for watching. I'll see you later.